同学们好，我是本次课程的老师，大家可以叫我 Cathy。OK， 茶我们叫奶茶，对吗？奶茶尤其在香港是不是特别的多，是吧？这是他们的文化当中的一种。那么我们的问题是 ，tea 是来源于英国吗？它最初是种在英国吗 ？How many things do you know about tea in Britain? Yeah, that's my question. So let's go on to study the tea in Britain. So we have two persons here, tea shop owner and tourist, like you, okay? When you go to when you go to Britain, okay, you go to a tea shop, and have a dialogue or conversation with tea shop owner, okay? So tea shop says, welcome to the tea shop. This is the name of the tea, okay? So thanks. It's my first time to visit England, and I've heard so much about English tea. Heard about something, 听说什么什么 okay? Which would you recommend? 那么你推荐哪一种呢 recommend. And this is your first time to go to Britain, so you want to know something about British tea. Okay, so let's see, how does tea shop owner answer the question? We have quite a large selection. That means we have lots of selections. How about Darjeeling or Earl Grey? Actually, you can often see Earl Grey in supermarkets sold nowadays. I don't know Darjeeling, okay? So they're very popular. This is two brands about English tea, actually famous brands about British tea. They're very popular. Darjeeling, is that in England? Whereabouts, something like where, but in details. Whereabouts 是问的一个地点，相当于 where， 但是呢更加的具体一些。Whereabouts is that in England? That means where is it from? Okay, so let's see how tea shop owners answer. It's not in England at all. It's not in England. So the tea is famous. However, the tea is not England at all. It's a district in West Bengal in India. So the Bengal is place in India. 它是在英国的一个区。Darjeeling is considered to be the champion of tea. Considered to be looked as or regarded as the champion of tea. 茶叶里面的香槟。So we know France is the only place where champion is made. Or 我们知道法国是产香槟的唯一的一个地区，对吗？是非常 treasures drink, okay, 非常珍贵的一种好的一种饮品。所以呢 champion, we call it champion of tea. 这个品牌这个茶叶啊，相当于茶叶当中的香槟。In fact, we don't grow tea in English at all. Most English tea comes from India. So, interesting, right? Most of English tea comes from India. That's odd. 非常的奇怪。In China, all China's tea comes from China. Of course, we plant teas. We have a lot of skills to make teas, okay, and also we have a lot of or different species of tea in China, okay. So yes, I know. Okay, the owner says, yes, I know. I'll fetch you a pot of Darjeeling for you to try. I'll give you a pot, 壶，专门泡茶的一种壶 okay. So is there any special English tea ceremony like we have with Chinese tea? Tea ceremony. I don't see anything about tea ceremony. Have you? Have you ever seen tea ceremony in China? I don't know. Maybe the students from Fujian or Guangxi or something where they plant teas can enjoy the ceremony. Okay. 说那在英国的这个 tea 啊，英国茶有没有一些仪式啊？就像我们中国茶一样呢？ Okay, tea shop owner says, good heavens, no, 天哪，没有。We just pour a little hot water into teapot first to warm it, empty it, put some tea leaves in, Add hot water and then leave it for a few minutes to brew. Okay, I know. This ceremony means procedure of making tea. 这是一种制茶的一种流程吧 ceremony, okay? So the tea shopper in Britain said, No, good heavens, 天哪，没有 We just pour a little hot water into teapot first to warm it. 首先要干嘛 Pour what into 先在这个茶壶里面倒一点水 to warm it 让这个杯子暖和一下 empty it 倒掉 Put some tea leaves in 再放一些 tea leaves 茶叶 Add hot water 加水 and then leave it for a few minutes to brew 再等几分钟的时间来酝酿一下 Okay, this is how to make tea 我们说怎么样去沏茶是吧 British tea Oh, I've heard that you Englishmen have afternoon tea every day. Is that true? Afternoon tea. Actually, we Chinese people have afternoon tea already. 我们中国人也学会了吧？也有这个叫下午茶了，对吗 ？So, is that true? 对吗 ？Afternoon tea. Well, afternoon tea is said to have originated with one person, Anna. The seventh Duchess of Bedford. 那么下午茶呢？据说 is said to， 据说是来源于 have originated， 来源于一个人叫做 Anna Bedford 的怎么说呢？七世公爵夫人吧。In the early 18th, she launched the idea of having tea in the late afternoon to bridge the gap between luncheon and dinner, which in fashionable circles might not be served until 8 o'clock at night. 那么在19世纪1800年代这个就19世纪的时候早期的时候呢他 launched the ideas. That means she raised the ideas. 提出了一种想法是什么呢 Having tea in the late afternoon. 在下午过了一点 To bridge the gap between lunch and dinner. Okay, so why? Because in Britain then, people usually had dinner very late. Maybe around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So let's imagine if people have lunch at 11 or 12 o'clock and you have to wait until 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. So people were hungry. So how to solve this problem? Anna, the Duchess of Bedford, raised the idea that we can have afternoon tea to bridge the gap. That's a good idea, right? Bridge 的 idea, bridge 桥梁，那就是把这个之间的这个 gap， 时间太长的这 gap 给它用桥梁搭起来，就是这个意思。Which in fashionable circles might not be served until 8 o'clock at night, right? 说这个 dinner 啊，那个在这个时尚圈直到8点的时候才会吃这个 dinner. 那 because what? They don't have electricity.Okay, it's very hard to find candles there, so it's hard to sleep. So they can have dinners, they can drink, or they can dance or chat together. So they have dinner until 8 o'clock at night. Nowadays, afternoon tea has gone out of fashion for the majority of British people, but it's very popular among tourists like yourself. 说现如今呢 afternoon tea has gone out of fashion, unfashionable, 已经不再流行了，是吗 For the majority of British people, you can eat whenever you are hungry, but it's very popular. 但是在 tourists 当中是非常流行的，对吧 Because in the tourist minds like you and me, we all think afternoon tea is very popular and fashionable thing in Britain. So we just want to try it. So it's fashionable in tourists, but not British people. Yes, I can see why. It's ready to drink now, is it? Isn't it? is ready to drink tea. Yes, I'll pour some out for you. As you can see, it's black tea and very fragrant. 黑茶，然后非常的味道非常的香，是吧？ Try smelling it first. Try to smell. Okay, just like what we do before we drink tea. We smell it and feel very comfortable and then drink it out. Smells nice. Can taste it now. Smells nice. 闻起来很香。那么现在可以 taste it. 现在可以喝了吗？尝一下了吗？ What do you think? We normally add some milk to it, and maybe some sugar if you prefer. Okay, this is milk tea. Add some milk to it, maybe some sugar if you prefer. Okay, I don't know why milk, but I know sugar. Actually, in Britain, a very long time before in Britain, British people, you can say don't or cannot plant sugar, or we can say sugar thing was not made in Britain. So when British people got to know the sugar, they felt very comfortable. So sugar got very fashionable, very popular in Britain. So that's why British people or the people from European, they prefer to sugar. They want to add sugar anything they eat. 因为在那个时候呢，糖在英国甚至是欧洲是不产糖的。那么当糖一到了欧洲之后，它成了一个非常流行、非常时髦、非常受欢迎的一个东西 especially in upper class， 尤其是在那些我们所说的贵族和高等阶层人当中，所以那个时候他们吃什么东西都特别甜，因为都喜欢往里面加糖，因为它是一个 fashionable thing， 对吧？ Okay, so the shop owner suggests that the tourists can add some milk and also sugar if the tourist prefers. 如果这个客人愿意的话，可以再加一些糖。Okay, this is we call it milk tea. Okay, I'll try a little milk first. 我先加点牛奶吧。What do you think? It's certainly different from Chinese tea, of course. So now we know the taste of a milk tea. Okay, so it's very popular and very common now. We would never dreamed of adding milk or sugar to our tea. So now a question: why? Why don't Chinese people add milk into tea? Okay, so in my mind, I don't think it's totally correct. It's just my opinion that milk is mainly made in the north of China. Okay, in Mongolia or in the northern areas, but not in the southern area. 首先，牛奶的产区主要是在北方，不是在南方。But tea is mainly planted in the southern areas of China, 对吧？但茶叶的主要产区是在南方。So that's why people will not put milk into into tea. But in British or in the European countries, okay, they have milk always. Okay. So they raise cows, so they have milk always. So they can use milk into the tea. Okay. 我们呢就从来就没有想过会把这个牛奶或者是糖加到茶里面 but it tastes quite nice. 但是尝起来还是非常的棒，对吧？我们说加牛奶的，通常我们会加到红茶里面吧 ，red tea 里面，对吧 ？Okay.So we have something else except for the content from the topic. Okay, let's study history of tea in Britain. 我们学习一下在英国茶的一些历史。Okay, so it's from Wikipedia 从维基上我给大家找了一些资料啊。So the first record of tea written in English came from English merchants abroad.The first record of tea. Record, okay, here does not mean the British people get to know. 有记录和首次接触到茶是 different ideas, 是不同的一些概念啊。这只是说 first record of tea, okay, comes from British merchants abroad. Who and when? In 1615, Richard Whitman East Indian Company office in Japan. Okay, so this person, Richard Wickham, wrote something about tea in his diary or in something, I don't know. So this is record of written English about tea. And this person worked for East Indian Company office in Japan. 在日本的我们叫东印度公司 This is very famous but not good reputation, okay? Now without a good reputation. 东印度公司是在印度哈，那在日本有个办公室 So Richard worked for this company. He wrote something about tea, okay? So what was the situation when tea was introduced into England initially? Introduce 不仅仅是介绍，还有一个什么意思 ？Bring in 引进的意思啊。那么当这个茶被引进到英国 ，initially, firstly 开始的时候，情况是什么样子呢 ？Okay, we have 2 points here. The owner, Thomas Galloway, had to explain the new beverage in pamphlet and an advertisement. Pamphlet, something like leaflet or booklet, 就是那个小宣传册子。The owner Thomas Galloway, this is the name of person, maybe an owner of a shop where the tea was sold. Okay, so had to explain the new beverage, something like drink, 这种新的饮料。在小册子上 had to explain to people what the tea is and how to make the tea, and also with the help of advertisement. 还有就是通过这个广告的一些帮助 because people don't know what it is and how to make it. Okay, it's a new thing actually to British people. This is the initial situation. And another one, in London, coffee, chocolate, and a kind of drink called tea were sold in almost every street in 1659. Okay, this is the subsequent happenings after the tea was introduced into Britain and accepted and welcomed by British people. So 3 things, coffee, chocolate, and tea were sold in almost every street in 1659. 那应该是茶叶最初进到英国的时候呢，这个茶叶卖的怎么样？应该不太好，因为这个店主不得不要推销，对吧 ？Promote， 首先 explain 要解释一下这个茶叶是什么东西 ，promote 要做一个促销。那么随后接下来茶叶就跟咖啡和巧克力并列成3大饮品了，在伦敦的街道上到处都有人卖的。So this is the development of tea business in Britain. Okay, so next one. Why is tea accepted by London people and popularized afterwards? So this is my question. Why it is becoming more and more popular later afterwards and accepted by people, right? So first one, they're excellent. They're something like so excellent in taste. 尝起来就是在口感上非常的棒 and by all physicians approved. Physician something like doctor. 所被所有的医生证明了，证明什么呢 ？Tea is healthy for their body, for everybody. Okay, it's healthy. It's helpful to improve people's health. So it is welcome. And also, the tea is excellent in taste. And second one, it was easy to cultivate, but also because of how easy it was to prepare and its ability to revive the spirits and cure mild colds. Okay, so it's easy to cultivate, but coffee not in Britain, but in India and also China, right? 很容易种植, but also because how easy it was to prepare tea, easy to prepare. Just like you pour some water into it and then just wait. Or if you like, you can add some milk and some sugar. So that's very easy. They don't need some machines like coffee if you want to do some coffee, delicious coffee. So you need what? A machine, okay, instrument. But for tea, it's very easy. You just pour some water into it, okay, and revive the spirit. This is very important. So for some people, if they drink some tea, they won't sleep. They won't go to bed until it was very late. 对于有些人来说，喝茶就是睡不着了，是吧？所以呢，这叫 revive the spirits, and also cure mild colds. Okay, we don't know this one. Okay, 茶叶呢还能治疗感冒 ，you know that? 那个时候，因为我们的医疗水平 medical condition is very poor, so people use tea to cure colds. Maybe it worked. Who knows? Home and there find my this person I don't know the name of the person. It just said, there find my wife making of tea. Oh, Pepsi. Okay, this person said. Recorded under the 28th June 1667. A drink which Mr. Pauling tells her is good for her colds. Okay, this is actually the direct evidence from a person, Peggy's wife. Peggy's wife told Peggy that the drink is good for her colds. Maybe it works, okay? So next one, introduction of tea making in Britain. Let's see how to make tea. Okay, a quart of spring water just boiled. Quart, 一华特吧，是吧？这是一个重量单位。Spring water just boiled, to which put a spoonful of tea. Just add a spoonful of tea into the water and sweeten to the palate with candy sugar. And you can add some sugar, okay, to make it sweeten. Palate 表示味蕾，让你的味蕾呢变甜，用什么呢？用一些 sugar, okay? As soon as the tea and sugar are in, okay, you put them together into the pot. The steam must be kept in as much as maybe. Just cover, okay? Just put a cover on the pot, okay? So, and leave it there. And let it lie half or how long? Half and a quarter of an hour in the heat of the fire. In the heat of the fire, but not boil. Okay, just warm it. The little cups must be held over the steam before the liquid is put in. 那我们说是怎么样呢？也是先把这个杯是吧？先给它用水烫一下，然后呢把糖和茶放进去盖上，然后不要让水蒸气跑掉。在倒那个茶叶和水进去之前呢，这个小茶杯要在这个蒸汽上先给它加热一下，是吧？让这个味道更好一些。好像是 familiar to the making methods of our Chinese tea， 跟我们的泡茶方式非常相似。So this is why people say it is easy to make it. Okay, so equipages for tea, equipages something like that， 就是茶具，一套茶具啊 ，equipages and tea trade developing course， 还有这个茶叶贸易的发展过程呢。See, the demand for teacups, pots, and dishes increased to go along with this popular new drink. That means when the drink gets popular in Britain, the demand for teacups and something like equipages of tea increased. 所以这个对于这个茶壶、茶具的需求的话也增加了。Teacups 茶杯 ，teapots 茶壶，还有 dishes 那个茶盘是吧 ？Increased 随着这个新的饮品一起流行起来了。Yes, so that's very interesting. If you want to make some milk tea, you prefer or you are strongly recommended to use British equipages of tea. Okay, it looks very beautiful, right? It looks very European. London became the center of international tea trade in the last half of the 20th century. Okay, thanks to the people's love to the tea, London became the center of international tea trade. Okay, so that is the whole introduction about tea. If you are interested in tea, especially in Britain, you can prefer to the Wikipedia to find more materials. Okay, so this is the topic about tea in Britain. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye-bye.